Welcome to the Dark Truth Diaries, where every story reminds you that the greatest danger doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes, it comes from the people we trust with our hearts. Tonight's case takes us into a chilling world of deception, manipulation, obsession, and a love story that wasn't a love story at all. What begins as a romantic fairy tale quickly becomes a calculated trap built by a man who would go to terrifying lengths to keep control. This is the disturbing story of the Fake Fiancé, a love story turned deadly trap. Dim your lights. Silence your room. Because what you're about to hear might forever change the way you think about relationships. When 31-year-old Anna Griffin met Ethan Hale, she believed she had finally found the man she'd been waiting for. Anna, an interior designer in Seattle, wasn't someone easily swept off her feet. After years of painful breakups and disappointments, she'd built strong walls around herself. But Ethan. He climbed those walls effortlessly. Handsome, calm, intelligent, well-spoken, he seemed to be everything Anna wanted. He said the right words, at the right time, with the right tone. He sent flowers. He remembered details. He praised her work. He encouraged her dreams. It was as if he had studied her soul. Friends and family were happy for her, but something about him felt too perfect. Too polished. Too curated. But when you're lonely, when you're tired of heartbreak, you ignore the red flags waving in the distance. Just 6 weeks into dating, Ethan proposed. The setting was perfect, a quiet rooftop dinner overlooking the Seattle skyline. Candlelight. Soft music. A ring that looked too expensive for someone who claimed he was between jobs. Anna hesitated. 6 weeks was too soon. But the way Ethan spoke, the softness in his voice, the way he framed her future, the way he touched her hand, convinced her she'd be a fool to say no. So she said yes. The engagement exploded across her social media. I found my forever. But forever was the last thing she found. Shortly after the engagement, Ethan began to change. He became controlling, though he disguised it as care. Why are you working late? You know it's dangerous. I don't think your friend Emily likes me. Distance yourself. Why didn't you answer your phone? I was worried. He wanted access to her emails, her schedule, even her bank account so we can plan the wedding together. Anna refused the bank access, and that was when the first real argument happened. Ethan didn't shout. Ethan didn't threaten. Instead, he guilt-tripped her. You say you trust me, but your actions show otherwise. Anna felt terrible. She apologized even though she had done nothing wrong. That was Ethan's strength. He was a master manipulator. The more time passed, the more Anna noticed things that didn't add up. Ethan always had money, yet no job. He never talked about his past. He avoided questions about family. He never let her visit his apartment. He kept a second phone he never explained. And whenever she asked anything personal, he'd redirect. Why focus on the past when our future is bright? He was so charming, so confident, so reassuring that she convinced herself she was imagining things. But deep down, she felt watched, monitored, evaluated, as though Ethan was studying her reactions. 2 months before the wedding, Anna discovered something terrifying. Her savings account, the one she used for her interior design business, was missing $18,400. She panicked. She called the bank, and they confirmed. Someone logged into her account with her credentials and transferred the money to an untraceable digital wallet. Anna froze. Only one person had been pushing her about finances. Only one person had access to her laptop when she wasn't home. Only one person constantly insisted they should share everything. Ethan. When she confronted him, his reaction was frightening. He didn't deny it. He didn't apologize. He didn't even act surprised. Instead, he said, "You wouldn't have lost the money if you trusted me from the beginning." Anna stepped back. His tone, cold. His face, blank. His eyes, calculating. This wasn't the man she fell in love with. This was someone else. Someone with a mask. Anna decided to call off the wedding. She rehearsed what she'd say. She waited for the right moment. She planned her exit. But Ethan anticipated it. One night, when she returned home, She found her apartment door unlocked. Inside, Ethan was sitting in the dark. No lights. No sound. Just waiting. "Where were you?" he asked softly, too softly. Anna told him she needed space. He stood up slowly, walked toward her, and whispered, "There is no space in love. We're already tied together." Then he said something that made her blood turn cold. "I didn't choose you randomly." Anna's instincts screamed that she was in danger. She contacted her friend Emily and confessed everything. Emily urged her to investigate Ethan's background. They did. What they found was horrifying. Ethan Hale wasn't his real name. He had used at least 5 identities over 10 years. He had a history of conning women out of money. Several ex-partners filed restraining orders. One ex-fiancé went missing and was never seen again. Another had her house burned down after breaking up with him. This wasn't a broken-hearted man. This was a predator. And Anna was next. With Emily's help, Anna secretly packed a suitcase and booked a hotel room under Emily's name. But she needed to retrieve one last thing from her apartment. A folder with documents, tax IDs, business records, passports. She told Emily she'd be in and out in 10 minutes. But Ethan was already there, waiting. Anna entered the apartment, heart pounding. Ethan stepped out from the bedroom, calm, smiling, as though everything was normal. "Why are you leaving me, Anna?" She tried to push past him, but he blocked the door. Then he took out a small silver object. Not a knife. Not a gun. A syringe. Filled with a clear liquid. Labeled with a drug that causes temporary paralysis. He whispered, "If I can't have you conscious, I'll still have you." Anna screamed. There was a struggle. Ethan grabbed her wrist. They crashed into the coffee table. Glass shattered. Anna managed to kick him, causing him to drop the syringe. She ran barefoot down the stairs and into the street, screaming for help. A neighbor heard. Police arrived within minutes. Ethan fled through the back exit. But he didn't get far. He was caught 2 blocks away with the syringe still in his jacket. During police interrogation, Ethan remained emotionless. He admitted nothing. Denied everything. Showed no remorse. But investigators uncovered a notebook of Anna's routines. Photos of her taken without her knowledge. Passwords he stole, fake identities. Evidence linking him to the disappearance of another woman. Ethan Hale, or whatever his real name was, had built a career around manipulating women, draining them, trapping them. Anna was one of the lucky ones. She survived. Thank you for listening to tonight's episode on the Dark Truth Diaries. This story reminds us that not every love story is real, and not every partner is who they claim to be. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, if someone feels too perfect, step back, look closer, and protect your peace. If you found this story gripping, chilling, or eye-opening, be sure to thumbs up, sign like, speech balloon, comment your thoughts. Bell subscribe to never miss the next deep dive into betrayal, obsession, and true crime darkness. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and remember, not all monsters hide in the dark. Some hold your hand.